All right, Shalawam. We the brothers from GMS New Orleans camp coming back at you with another quick lesson.
Shalom,
Prior to get started, as we always do, we like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh,
Yahawashi,
bahasham,
Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash.
Some honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Willing this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And as you can see in the lesson of the topic, all right, eating from Yahawashi's table. Okay, we want to get a slew of precepts showing, all right, how there's a heavenly made feast. All right, there's a man-made feast that men eat of. All right, and the eating is symbolic of what? Taking in this the spiritual wisdom and knowledge. All right, and also eating is due to what? Sustaining. All right, due to what sustains you through the spirit, man. All right. So we're gonna go into the spiritual part of eating of tables. All right, because at a table, okay, or a feast, you make a feast ready for what? A table. All right. And a table is symbolic and it's true, or what basically holds the things that actually sustains you in the truth through the spirit, man. All right. And that feast ultimately is Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So the disciples who were spiritual was the disciples went to feast with the Lord at the Last Supper, but also he was the Last Supper, man. All right, which was symbolic. And through the spirit, we want to show, all right, the symbolism in which, okay, that table is made a full feast, man. And what to eat of, all right, and what to eat not of, not thereof, all right, of this word, man. You see? Give me that Matthew 26. Start me off with that Matthew 26, brother.
Come. It's the book of St. Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 26. It says, and as they were eating, Yahawashi took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat, this is my body.
Which is spiritual. All right. Why would Yahawashi tell them to eat his body? For his legs, his arm, his flesh. All right. We know that's completely against the law. All right. To eat anything with flesh in it, man. All right. Or undone. So Yahawashi was speaking spiritually of take as they were eating, Yahawashi took bread and blessed it and break it and gave it to the say, take, eat, this is my body. Knowing as that bread, all right, as a supplement of them to what? Sustain them, to suffice them over time. Because it says, if you could get that real quick, I'm a why man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High, Baba Kashaf.
Okay. This is Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. It says, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh.
Right. So we're going to prove that the feast is going to go back to what? The words of Yahweh, man. All right. And on that table, all right, is a delicacy of many different seasoning and flavors that goes into the Lord on how men was going to eat of that table, and you was going to see the fruits of the Lord, you know, different herbs in his garden and fruits. All right. Basically what? Bring out and show ultimately what we're eating of and who we're eating of. All right. That's why it says eating. I coined it eating from Yahawashi table. All right. A lot of men eat off the king's table, and the king table you can liken it to today as Edom, or these different nations. They eat unto idols, man. That's why I tell you, where it says forbidden of marriage or given unto the, those idols, I believe it's Hebrews, give or take. All right, forbidden of marriage or the eating of idols. All right, a lot of men have to understand there's a spiritual eating in this thing, man. All right, what we're taking in our basically in our spirits, all right, ultimately pollutes or defiles us, man. All right, so we have to know what to actually get or what to actually eat of, man. And this is not an eating of you go in the refrigerator, grab something and cook it. No, this is the eating of spiritual men. All right, eating of ultimately of Yahawashi, of wisdom and of the spirit. You want to say something, Kalai? Go ahead, brother. Y'all brothers can
Hey,
make a point if you want to.
I got a quick precept backing up what you said, brother. Pretty much going into watching what you eat spiritually, all right, which is going into knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 6. It says, "Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire his dainty meats." It says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he unto thee, but his heart is not with thee." All right, and that's
Yeah,
pretty much that's. Go ahead, you
go
got it.
ahead. I'm gonna go after you.
No, come. All right, so we pretty much brought out the scripture of the Last Supper, where the Lord, was saying, "Eat and eat of His body," all right, which is the bread. Okay, and that's what the men of the Lord are supposed to do. Eat of Yahawashi, and who is Yahawashi? The word. Okay, the doctrine of life. And this scripture right here in Proverbs is telling you not to eat the doctrines of the world, okay, which equal into death. In a roundabout way, I'm kind of lost my words, but you got it, brother.
Huh? Nah, you gotta, like it says, be not dainty upon his meats, man. All right, because
Con,
there's a supper or a food that will poison you, man. All right, or what didn't give you, or what didn't end up giving you something. All right, that's not profitable to you, man. Okay, that's why when feasts are made, we have to make sure we partake of it in a holy manner. That's why
that's
even
right.
during the feast of weeks and different sacrifice we make unto the Lord, the Lord makes sure those feasts are separate. Get it where it says I hate your
Holy days.
get Isaiah 1 and 14.
I get it. It says the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, "Your new moons and your appointed feasts my soul hated. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them."
Right. So read 13, brother.
Verse 13, it says, "Bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moons and Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting."
Right, the
Your
solemn meetings or the sacred
Right,
or the sacred meetings in which we meet up, and we meet up through the spirit of the Lord, man. All right, first and foremost. So the things that we eat, we must what intake what spiritual things. All right, our
right.
foods gotta be spiritual, man. All right, we can't be eating of the mat, like you had stated, he that envied the bread, man. All right, which we're gonna go into. Go ahead, brother.
It's back at verse 14, it says, "Your new moons and your appointed feasts my soul hated. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them."
Right, man. Which is the point ultimately, man. You want to make a point on why?
God, I just had a quick pre to back you up because
Come on, you got it.
this one of your favorites. This is Job 23 and 12. It says, "Neither have I gone back from the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food."
You got it.
Beautiful.
So this word that we take in, which is Yahawashi, it's more important to sustain you, because in the days to come, the scripture says, there's going to be famines, but the servants of the Lord are going to eat. So it's going to be days that we go without food, physical food, but this word still got to be in your mind. It's got to
That's
be
right.
it's going to ground your soul and be your wisdom and knowledge and stability. You got it.
Right. And that's what we was called unto. That's why when the Lord said, "Go and bid them to my feast," get that Ephesian, brother. Well, matter
Right.
of fact, finish out in that 20 Matthew 27, and then get
26.
that Ephesians 4 and 1 out and bring out that word vocation to show
Mhm.
that we have been called to a feast. And not only just anybody been called, I'm gonna furthermore expound on that as well. But go ahead, bro.
This back in Matthew 26 and 27, it says, "And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it unto them, saying, Drink ye all of it."
Right. So even when we swallow down, it tell you, I think it's second Esdras. All right, swallow down wisdom, or something like that. Baba Gashai Amawad. Kabal, if you know where it's at, you can put it on there, brother. And I'm gonna read that precept Kabal got on there too. There's a fire. It's Shalawam to you too, brother. Yahawashi Mashpakatah, bro.
Khan. Shalom Malak, Yabashim Shabakatah.
Yeah, I got it in Ezra 1.
Go ahead.
This second Ezra chapter 8. I'm gonna start at 3. It says, "There be many created, but few shall be saved. So I answered and said, Swallow then down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom."
Read it again, Salaki.
Come on. Second Ezra 8, chapter 8, verse 4. It says, "So I answered and said, Swallow then down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom."
Right. Because again, this is the feast, man. This is a feast made to be devoured of, man. All right, and swallowed down. Now remember, it ain't what comes out of man that defiles them. It what go is it's not what comes in a man that defiles him. It's what pollute him. So when you have eaten of those meats, all right, you now spew what? Pollution. All right, because you can only spew up what's in you. That's why that's defiled you. Only something that's in you can come out what wrong. You make a point, I'm what?
Yeah, it was just backing up what you were saying, because you can study a bunch of different things, you filter it through the scriptures and you understand right from wrong. You understand this is going off. You understand this is useful, but you filter everything through Yahawashi. But when you eat polluted doctrines and you actually have faith and believe in them, you're gonna start spewing out madness, and you could be so-called in the truth. The next thing you know, you start hearing Jake start saying things about the 401k and being here forever. That means you were taking in information and you actually believed it. You took it to heart, and now you believe in Babylon, man, which has defiled you.
Yeah, man.
If I could say, back in that Proverbs 23, in the last verse, this is the last verse, verse 8, it says, "The morsel which thou hast eaten shall thou vomit up and lose thy sweet words." Pretty much backing up with you brothers, you know what I'm saying? Hitting the nail right on the head, man.
Right, man. And we again, man, even when we taking in, which that's fire that Kabal got on the comment board. You can read it on Amawad. And see, we gotta know what we invited and what we're called to eat, man. All right, to eat of. All right. Yahawashi could call particular men, man. All right. That's why we walk careful to the vocation, which we're gonna get that, but bring out what Kabal got. It's heavy.
This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, verse 26, it says, "That thy children, O Yahawah, whom thou lovest, might know that it is not the growing of fruits that nourisheth man, but that it is thy word which preserveth them that put their trust in thee."
Right. So the fruits are synonymous with the word, but it's the word that actually what? Stabilize you. All right. So by the fruits it nourish a man, but the word gonna what? Hold what you have nourished in. See, a lot of men have haven't had the luxury of the soundness of what they're nourishing in. All right, it haven't made them whole. All right, so now they're spewing out madness, man. All right, they haven't eaten. They haven't had a spiritual appetite. All right, for most men, all right, they have had a carnal, a man-made feast, man. All right, a king-like, a king here feast. Okay, you have to know where which you was called. Even when we was called to the feast, we had to know what we was bitten and being called for. We couldn't be there with an opposite garment on. An opposite garment basically mean you got another doctrine, man. You don't have an invitation. All right, you around it. You made it to the wedding, but you wasn't called. Ultimately, you see. Give me Halalyam, give me Matthew 22, and
I'm already on it. I was holding that.
You can,
where you want to start at?
You can start at one. Amawad. Give me that feast. That feast first.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 1. "I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith you are called." And that word vocation is Strong's G 2821, which is klesis, Places says a call, an invitation to a feast. Plain.
An invitation to a feast.
Yeah.
That's
Which is what
heavy, bro.
it is. We're being called into a feast, and Yahawashi is the table. And which we might get into later on in the lesson, that table is also a snare to 2/3 because they haven't been
Con,
called. Like the brother just went into, they showing up to the feast in the wrong garment. If it's an all white affair, they showing up in camels, town, like they don't match with what's going on in the feast. There's a very specific vocation,
con.
and you have to be called to it. It
Hey, and
says,
if I
oh, you got
go
it.
ahead, go ahead. No, you got it, brother.
I was just gonna keep reading it, but you got it.
No, I was gonna go into that Matthew based on what you had said, but you got it, brother. Go ahead.
It says a call, an invitation to a feast of the divine invitation to embrace the salvation of Yahweh. So you got to be
Beautiful.
invited to embrace salvation, man.
That's right.
That's beautiful. Yeah, this
Hey, and
definition
that's the
was deep. Oh, yeah.
that's the whole, pretty much purpose of the elect in a nutshell, man. To be called, all right, to be set up above those of the others of those in Israel. You know what I'm saying? That draws. That's the
Yeah,
whole
Salaki.
purpose in a nutshell.
Y'all,
And
y'all,
Edom gotta get in there.
You good? We can see you. We can
Con,
hear
you
you.
yeah,
good?
Salaki. If Baba Gashai, you read that Ephesians 1, brother?
Yeah. I read
Con,
the definition. It's an invitation to a feast.
Right. Which you explained it, right?
Come.
Come,
yep.
beautiful, man. All right. The invitation to a feast. Now, when you're invited to a feast, even when you jump down, it says there's read 4, brother.
Verse 4.
I got it. There is one body, Ephesians 4:4, and one spirit, even as ye are called in the hope of your calling. So even when you're called, the invitation to the feast, all right, there's one way to eat. There's one way to eat, all right, and it gotta be the way of Yahawashi. There's only one way. Many men go there and eat all kind of ways, all right. They don't tuck their napkin under their neck. Certain men put
Right.
their action. I'm speaking in an analogy, all right. Which what? Then again, they waste the food, right? Because the food is too much for them to consume, man. All right, too much. Go ahead, make a
Yeah,
point, brother.
real quick to back you. This Sirach 31:12. If thou sit at a bountiful table, be
Yeah,
not greedy upon it, and say not
Beautiful.
there is much meat on it. You're
right.
not supposed
I
to
had
be
that. I had that in the, as one of my, yeah. Read it again, brother. I had that as one of my precepts. But go ahead, brother.
Sirach 31:12. If thou sit at a bountiful table, be not greedy upon it, and say not there is much meat on it.
Right, because there's much honey, but you can vomit from this table, and that's what a lot of men have done. All right, they try to go eat too much of Yahawashi, seek too deep, get too much, and then vomit them up, man, because they
Con.
don't have manners at the table. All right, the Lord said,
Breaking up a bit, I don't know if you can hear us.
Yeah, froze again. Yeah, Esau's technology is horrible. But yeah,
This shit wicked.
it's
Go ahead,
wicked. Go ahead,
Are
bro. That's
back?
wicked,
You
bro.
back? You
Yeah,
back?
Psalms 23:5. This wicked, bro.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 23 and verse 5. It says,
You know what? Stay right there. Just don't move, brother.
Honey been
So just the precept you with the 31 and 12. Give me the Sirach 30 and 18, Amawai, since you right there.
Sirach 30:18.
Yeah,
It says, delicates poured upon a mouth shut up are as messes of meat set upon a grave.
right. So delicates, see, the Lord is a lot of delicacies in the Lord. See, there's a lot of things that increase you, a lot of
that's
fruits,
right.
mineral, a lot of medicinal purposes to help you sustain and grow from a wisdom perspective or standpoint. All right. So men try to devour down wisdom and swallow down in their soul, as Ezra said, and the Lord don't allow Yahawashi to sup in their spirit and their soul, man. All right.
Con.
Now you're filling your soul, but it's with what? It's with corruption. All right. It's with fornication. All right. It's those things given unto marriage, man. All right. With a lot of shambles. Okay. Things that's going to what? And in the end, defy you or define you as one that what? That didn't eat right. That's why it says delicacies. All right. Poured up on a mouth shut. All right. A mouth shut is they can't taste of Yahawashi. It says and some to say ye taste and see what's good, which David said that. Oh, let me taste you, thou Lord, to see what's good. Matter of fact, you could find that. Let me see. Yeah, it's Psalms 34:8. It says, oh, taste and see that Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man that trusted in him, man. You see? But go ahead on. But go ahead, Kalaya, Salaki.
That Psalms 20,
Yeah,
23.
that's Psalm. Yeah.
Con, this Psalms 23:5, it says, Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
Right. So see, David could take, the Lord bless David to where he can extract as much as this word, as much as this cup, drink as much as Yahawashi as he can, man. Because the Lord, David's heart was with the Lord. All right. So if your heart is with the Lord will constantly let you what? Eat and drink, man. All right. He'll steady what? Fill you up, man. All right. The Lord fill your spirit, man. And even when, that's why it says cup running over, because even with the as it running over, he was able to obtain that. You know, he was able to drink everything in the cup, and whatever come out the cup, the Lord, this thing is like a fountain, all right, not sealed. You see? This thing is a fountain not sealed. In other words, it's steady what? It abounds and come, man. All right. That's why we able to what? Eat and drink daily. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
It's called rivers of living water.
Yeah.
The river just don't stop. It keeps flowing. It keeps flowing. That's the spirit.
Yeah, it keeps going, man. Same as the feast or the table. All right. The table is what? Is full. All right. But for the full of full things and for the empty or empty things, as Edris said, man, which is beautiful.
Right.
All right. This table that we have is full. All right. That's why we never hungry. We never searching for food out here because we already have food. And even the food that we eat, we taste the food. Get Job 6:6. Baba Kashan. I'm a why.
All right.
This is the book of Job, chapter 6, verse 6. It says, can that which is unsavory be eaten without salt? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg?
Right. So a lot of men is eating at the table Yahawashi and they don't taste Yahawashi. That's why when he said, drink of my blood, all right, eat of my body and drink of my blood, it was that we would taste this word and see that it is good for our spirits, man. And those, only the ones who was going to taste Yahawashi in such a way was those that was going to be invited to the feast, man. All right. Give me to prove that. Give me Proverbs 9:2. Baba Gasha Amawad. Proverbs 9:2. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but bear with me, brothers.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 2. She hath killed her beasts, she hath mingled her wine, she hath also furnished her table.
Yeah. She had start from one, brother. Start from the top.
Let me read one. Proverbs 9:1. Wisdom hath builded her house, she hath hewed out her 7 pillars, she hath killed her beasts, she hath mingled her wine, she hath also furnished her table.
And who was wisdom?
Yahawashi.
So that's Yahawashi table. Read that again, brother.
That's beautiful, brother.
We can't make this up. We can't make this up right here.
Beautiful.
All right. According to Proverbs 8, he say, I am wisdom. That's Yahawashi is talking about. When you read the whole chapter down. All right.
Solomon.
That's Solomon, man. Go ahead, brother.
Proverbs 9:1. It says, wisdom hath builded her house, she hath hewn her 7 pillars, she hath killed her beasts, she hath mingled her wine, she hath also furnished her table.
Right. So she brought the ones to the feast, had those eat of the feast. That's why pay attention. That's why the supper with the Lord. Why was the men of the Lord, man? It wasn't just no anybody's. All right. It was the men of the Lord, which is a representation of the day of the men that was going to eat of them. Because the 12 disciples represents the, again, the 12, the 144,000, man. All right. Because now, once y'all, all right. At time, yeah, he had priests. You know what? Damn, it went like that again, man. Go ahead and speak. Speak.
You good.
All right,
you back.
Yeah. Salakia, bro. But yeah, man. That's just the prince of the air. He's doing his thing, which is all good though. Give me yeah, man. So he have furnished the table, man. All right. He furnished that table with what? Himself. So those that ate with Yahawashi ate of Yahawashi too, man. All right. Which Yahawashi is now supping with the men who's eating of Yahawashi, which is the word. It's the same men from then. That's why it's no new thing. Like all the spirits are the same. They're all priests. We are what? A nation of priesthood. I mean, we're a nation of priests now. All right, all nation can be priests. No more the Levitical priest. Yahawashi died that we all can be what? In a priest like. But go ahead, Yahawashi, you got it. You want to say something, bro?
Yeah, the table's got all kind of spices on it. It's got meat. It's got milk. It's got honey. It's got wine. When you read the scriptures, the wisdom is likened on all these things that you will find at a feast. This brother Kayal put Proverbs 25:16. Hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomited. So you have people that just find out they're Israelite and they just jump head first into all of the, the great things of the kingdom, and they vomit it up because then they come across the bitter and they don't know how to digest it because they weren't invited. They don't have that vocation. They weren't invited to the feast. They just came across the truth and then completely disrespected the host. They disrespect Yahawashi. They disrespect the apostles. And then all of the sweet things that they digest, they vomit it back up, man.
That's right.
Just become niggas. Right?
We eat the Lord of flavor, man. First of all, them niggas eating the white of the egg. That's why they don't even know what they eat, man. All right, they eating the white of the egg. It tastes like nothing. See, give me Colossians 4 and 6. Baba Kashan. 4 and 6.
Gotcha. This is the book of Colossians chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man.
See, in our speech, if we ate the word of the Lord, then we got what? Our speech is now seasoned. Because Yahawashi tastes good. All right. We know the things which are good and evil. We don't let our tongue. Give me that in Job 6 and I believe 30. Do not thy tongue taste perverse things. All right. So we know what we tasting. Go ahead, brother.
That is Job 6 and 30. Is there iniquity in my tongue? Cannot my taste discern perverse things?
Right. So no, them niggas. This the same chapter where is there a taste of flavor in the white of an egg? No, them niggas don't know what's the niggas don't know. Really, they not eating of Yahawashi. They believe because they reading the Bible and Yahawashi is the word in the Bible. Niggas not eating of that, man. Because they're not what? It's not sound. It's not wholesome food for them. All right? Because remember, this what we intake is food. We esteem the word more than our necessary food. So it's the replacement of food. All right? So we know because it says bread that is sweet to a man, afterward his mouth shall be filled with gravel. All right? A lot of these niggas mouth is filled with gravel, man, because they stealing the bread off the table, man. They trying to steal the bread of Yahawashi when he got to ultimately give it to you. Instead, get it where it says stolen waters are sweet. Stolen waters are sweet. Bread ate in secret or something like that. I'm a why. Salaki, bro. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 9, verse 17. It says, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant, but he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell.
Yeah, these niggas trying to steal a wine in the body of Yahawashi. Remember, he gave it. He said, "Take and eat, for this is my body and this is my blood." See, a lot of men is trying to confiscate Yahawashi, man. They trying to break. They trying to steal. They trying to go in the temple, the spiritual temple of the Lord, and steal the shewbread, man. All right, they're trying to steal the bread, which I know y'all brothers are familiar with. When David ate the shewbread, all right, because David was the reason why the Lord allowed that. Now it was more than him just being spiritual, that he was hungry. David can eat of that bread, all right, and that water. That water represents the word too. All right. David could eat of the bread of the Lord. All right. So those that can eat of it, they don't got to steal it. It's freely given unto them, man. All right.
Right.
It says stolen waters. Read it again, brother.
God. Proverbs 9, verse 17. Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant, but he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell.
And that's why when them niggas go to devour, this happened to them. All right. To prove that them niggas can't eat and they try to steal the bread and the wine of Yahawashi. Give me Psalm 69 and 22. Baba Gashak Kalai. See, they can't eat off the table of the Lord. It's either you eating off the table of the Lord, or you eating just off a table somewhere, man. All right. That's just what it is. Ain't no such thing as you eating, then spewing out the wrong doctrine. No. Remember that he killed this beast. He mingled the wine. All right. That his table may be furnished. All right. Go ahead.
This Psalms chapter 69 and verse 22, it says, "Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap."
Yeah.
So
their table have became a snare, man. All right. It says, let that table become a snare, because they can't eat all. Yahawashi, what's the scripture that say Yahawashi became a stumbling block unto them?
God, I was holding
what
that.
that was.
This is
Strong's H70.
I'm gonna bring out the word table after that. Go ahead.
God, this is Romans 11. I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. According as it has written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day." And Apostle Paul's quoting Psalm 69, which the brother, you can keep going down on that. It says, "And David saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them." Yeah. So Yahawashi is a stumbling block, man. That table.
Done. That's why it says that which have should been for their welfare, all right, should nourish them and sustain them. It became a trap unto them, because they find themselves what? Enemies of Yahawashi, Antichrist. All right, because they believe the Lord is dealing with them. First of all, even the men that's bitten of the feast. Matter of fact, did you read that? The men that was bitten, 22 from the top.
No, I was
Matthew
waiting
22.
for you. I was waiting for you.
Come on. We need to get that. All right.
You ready
We need
for
to
it?
definitely. Huh?
You ready for it?
Yeah. I'm ready for that. I'm a while. Baba Gashaki Yoda on Proverbs. Let me make sure. Proverbs 15 and 14. Baba Gashaki.
You want that first?
Yeah, give me that first. And we might end it off with what Kalaya got, unless y'all brothers got something else.
I have one.
Yeah, I have one too. This Proverbs 15 and 14. "The heart of him that hath understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness."
See, they feed on foolishness. All right. So what they're eating in their mind is playing out through their actions. All right. Because they have gone after what? They have gone after their own lust. They have what? Pleased themselves with their own appetites. All right. It tells you about be not greed upon appetites, or have not many appetites to lock it, or whatnot, man. It says, but the mouth of fools feed it on foolishness, man. All right. They swallow down foolishness. They sport themselves in it. Okay. So obviously they fill themselves with it. You know, they be filled with the excess of foolishness. But go ahead, brother.
Kind, you ready for me?
No. Keep going.
I'm a lot.
Oh,
Yep.
God. Verse 15. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he that is of a merry heart hath a continual feast.
He have a continual feast. And why we have a merry heart? Because we rejoice in Yahawashi, man. All right. We only have a merry heart because the Lord have allowed through the Spirit Yahawashi to sup with us. And the only way you have a merry heart, Yahawashi got to be with you. You can't skip over Yahawashi and be with the Most High. No, Yahawashi have to give you a merry heart, man. All right. We have to start to acknowledge that the feast or the word we eat on and feast on is Yahawashi, man. Ain't no pushing past that. Okay. We eating the complete body of Yahawashi and drinking all of his blood. With your blood, right, is your main arteries and vessels in your body is spiritually saying you're drinking and eating all of me, man. That's how we know we eating all of Yahawashi. All right. That's why it says we have an unction to know all things, man. That's why we're able to say, yeah, we do have all of what we do know or need to know. All right. Go ahead, brother. We have a continual feast. The mouth of fools feed on foolishness, man. All right. We don't know what them niggas eating of. Go ahead. It said, wait, 17 says, better is a dinner of herbs with love where love is, man. All right. Even a herb, the medicinal purposes, where there's a dinner, a feast, a continual feast of herbs. There's a continual feast of healing, a continual feast of being prosperous in the spirit, increasing, stand strong, stability. All right. Getting built up. Constantly what? Supping. Yahawashi supping with you, man. Ultimately. Then a stalled ox and hatred therewith. Yeah, because he can't go for a stalled ox. What good is he? An ox got to tread out the corn. He got to be doing things. All right. So we love a dinner with herbs, man. Ultimately. But go ahead.
You want to keep going on, bro?
No. You could go with what you got, brother.
Con. Oh, you want that Matthew first?
Con.
I get that first.
Yeah.
Start at 1 up.
You con.
Con. This Matthew chapter 22 in verse 1. It says, and Yahawashi answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again, he set forth another servant, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready, and come to the marriage.
Right. So the Lord, the kingdom of heaven is like a king preparing. All right. It says he's like a king, which made a marriage for his son and bid them to the wedding. So the king, which is Yahawashi, our king, is making a table get ready. Get the word table and let's see if it says, should say it's a king table or something like that.
Yeah, in the Hebrew. Yeah.
Yeah, come to Hebrew. Yeah, go ahead.
The Shalawam, which is a table, a king's table for private use or sacred uses.
Right. So it's a king's table. And we know what the scriptures speak about go not with a rich man at the table, you know, different things like that in Sirach. All right. This table is a private use, is a private calling. The vocation for the feast, the men that are bidding.
Yeah, he done froze again, ain't it?
Yeah. But basically what the brother is saying is that this table is for private use. It's only for those that have been invited, going back to that word vocation. So if you haven't been invited to the table and you trying to eat off it, you're gonna get sick because it's not for you. This is for a very select group of people that were chosen from the foundation of the earth to be invited to this feast.
That's right. A lot of men sick right now. It says,
That's
be
right.
not on something in meats. Be not greedy upon meats or something like that.
Yeah, we brought it out
Be
earlier.
not greedy. Yeah, yeah. Upon dainty meats.
Yeah. But it says one that says it brings cola or something
Oh,
to
that's
you or
in
something
Sirach.
like that. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think we bought that one out.
I'm about to get that. That's in Sirach. If you could get that before me, go ahead and pull it. I haven't been there in a minute. I
Yeah.
got it. I got it.
A lot of
This the
men have
book.
eaten off the table of Yahawashi and got sick, man. Because it wasn't for them. Go ahead, or tried to eat. Go ahead.
This the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 27. It says, "My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything. Be not unstable in any dainty thing, nor
Unsatiable.
too greedy." Say it again, brother.
Unsatiable.
Unsatiable. You're right, brother. I'm gonna go back. This verse 29, it says, "Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats, for excess meats bring sickness, and surfeiting will turn into cola. By surfeiting have many perished, but he that keepeth heed but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life."
You got it, number one.
Yeah, and surfing it means excess. You indulge in something so much you just can't take anymore. So when you come into the truth, you're not supposed to, like we read earlier in Proverbs, like you don't just eat honey all day, man. You get sick. Jake come into
Right.
truth and try to. They hear about spiritual power. They hear about mainly Isaiah 4:1. Jake just get obsessed with having multiple wives. There's some aspect of the truth or the kingdom that appeals to their flesh, and they just go head first into that instead of becoming more humble and more meek. They riot and surf it on the table, and they get sick. And then the table becomes a snare unto them. That which was supposed to be for their welfare becomes a snare, and it just destroys them. The elder Yashawamba said, you got the best in Israel, and you also got the worst. Some of the worst niggas you'll ever meet are people that came across the true
Right.
doctrine, and they just bugged out, man. They don't know how to
Right.
behave. They don't know how to carry themselves. They disrespect the prophets that they know are the actual prophets. They're gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just buffering bad, brothers. So just get what y'all gotta get, and I don't know why I break it down. We get out of here. I get ready for the conference, and it's almost that time.
Gone. You
Con,
got
con,
something
con.
to
I'm you want me to finish up in this Matthew, or how you want to do that?
Nah, that's it. I just wanted you to read to phone.
All right, cool. Um, I had Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And pretty much covering the premise that this word, all right, Yahawashi is likened unto a roll, all right, food, okay, food for the spirit. And he didn't eat a goddamn roll and just get wisdom like a actual food roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he didn't eat a scroll because that roll is
Right.
the scroll of the scriptures. He
That's
didn't
right.
eat the papers. He didn't
Actual
eat the
papers.
scroll of the paper, man.
Con.
Go ahead, bro.
But Jake could think that.
Yeah,
Jake could think that, brother.
because they
You
sick.
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bugged
Well, I
out.
wanted to say this too. That word cola back in that Sirach 37, that's going into a sickness, man. All right. Like cancer down there. You know? But
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to bring that out.
at a table, you know, which was supposed to be for their benefit, made them sick. But it was all through the Spirit. And this is a parable going into the feast, which was by Yahawashi. This is St. Luke chapter 14, verse 16. In red letters, it says, "A certain man made a great supper and bade many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, Come, for all things are now ready. And they all, with one consent, began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I bought a piece of ground. We keep reading, I don't want to read the whole thing, but basically every Jake that was invited to the supper started making excuses. I got to go tend to my wife. I got to go tend to this business. I got to go back in the world and make another 40,000. I got to do this. I got to watch the kids and all of these things. They become excuses, and then they don't make it to the supper. This is the conclusion right here in verse 24. It says, For I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. And we see it, man. Jake that make excuses on the comment board. Oh, the camps, God didn't create camp. All of this madness, they end up coming bugged out, man. We see it time and time again. Basically every day you see a bugged out Jake that knows the truth, knows the true doctrine, but they made an excuse to come to the supper, and the Lord just rejected them, man. That's how it happened.
The same people in the wilderness. This Psalm 78, I'm going to start at 17, 16. It says, He brought streams also out of the rock and caused waters to run down like rivers. And they sinned, yet more against him by provoking the Most High in the wilderness. Yea, and they tempted Yahweh in their heart by asking meat for their lusts. All right. Now we talking about actual food and water. All right, but you could like this parable in a sense. Yea, they spake against God. They say, Can God furnish a table in the wilderness? Well, the Lord furnished a table for us in the wilderness. We're in America. America is the wilderness, man. And the Lord have furnished the table, right? That our cup, we may eat what and sustain it and stay full and drink. So we wouldn't have to drink the waters and meats of this kingdom. Go ahead, I.
Kalai, you ever read Psalms 23 and 5 yet? That go right with what the brother just said.
Yeah. I think I did, but I could bring it back out.
I bought it out earlier.
Yeah, because there's a table in the midst of our enemies, man.
In the midst of our enemies. Yeah. He could bring that back out. It says, go ahead.
This Psalms 23 and 5, it says, Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
That's why we know we different from those men that basically tempting the Lord in the wilderness. That was the same ones that was rebelling. All right. They believed that the Lord brought us out here to die. There was murmuring. There was the Lord. I think it was an 8 or 11-day trip or something like that. The Lord took 40 years to walk them around and kill them, man. All right. The trip wasn't that long. I don't know if it's 11 hours or 11 days or something like that. It's 8 to 11 days. I can't recall. All right. But it was an 11-day or 8-day trip, or 11 hours or 8 hours, whichever one it be. So lucky for me not having it all the way panned out. But the Lord made him go around 40 years. So why the Lord took him that long? To kill him off. To kill that old mindset off, man. All right. An 11-day trip. Why would the Lord make him take 40 years to get there? All right. It was the what? They wasn't going to inherit it, man. They wasn't going to get it. All right. It was to kill them off, because this is why. It says, they spake against our power. They said, Can God furnish a table in the wilderness? Yes. Behold, he smote the rock, which the table he furnished in the wilderness. Remember that light that followed them by day, that pillar by night, was Yahawashi. That table has always been with us to eat off, man. All right. He gave them quail. He gave them food to their liking. All right. Same as the Lord do us today, man. It says, Behold, he smoked the rock that the waters gushed out and the streams overflowed. Can he give bread also? You hear them? They see the water come out the rock. They asking, can he give bread also? They don't believe of the bread and the water that's of these scriptures, man. All right. They believe it's physical bread and water. All right. That's why they can't get it. It says, Can he provide flesh for his people? It says, Therefore the Lord heard this and was wroth. So a fire was kindled against Jacob, and anger also came up against Israel. The same people who don't believe today, back then, is the same people that's doing it now, man. All right. That's not been to the feast, that can't come to the marriage. So they can't eat thereof, man. All right. Because it tell you that says I think it says eat in shambles, asking no questions. What thou eat? I think that was for and maybe for Corinthians.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
1 Corinthians 10, verse 25. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that eat, asking no question for conscience sake.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, for the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and you be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no questions for conscience sake, which just goes into, actual eating physical foods that are sacrificed unto idols, but it's spiritual too, because you have people that know that they're Israelites that don't believe. They don't believe in the actual doctrine, but they know they're Israelites, and they'll entice you like, yeah, you actually follow them GMS guys. I heard they be doing this, and I heard that they're in a cult. That's why it says in Romans, what you damned if you eat, if you don't eat of faith.
If you don't eat of faith, yeah,
you damned. That's
and that's what they don't eat of. And really, in order to serve Yahawashi, we faith-based Israelites first. That's what people don't understand. They look at us, they like, oh, he don't look up the Paul. Bro, the Lord deal with us by our faith. When the Lord saw Nathan, all right, or Nathaniel, or whoever it was, he said, an Israelite indeed, a man in whom is no God. So did Nathan look like an Israelite? Like, did he have a godly look? No, man. It was the man's faith. Yahawashi know us by our faith, man. All right, every measure which we were given. Ultimately, the Lord knows by his spirit the way he was created, but ultimately we're going to be known in the end by our faith, which obtains our mercy inside of it, man. Go ahead, Ike.
God. That wasn't on that.
28.
Oh, come. It says, but if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that he showed it, and for conscience sake, for the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
Yeah. So get 31.
It says, whether therefore ye eat or drink, or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of Yahawah.
Right. And that's what men don't do, man. So we glory in what we eat. We watch what we eat. We watch how we eat. We watch when we eat, right? We hear what we eat. All right. It says the ear try words as the mouth tastes it's meats, man. All right.
That's right.
We know when we hear Yahawashi. It's like he said, my sheep hear my voice. We know what the Lord said do and what not to do. We're not gonna eat that grass where Yahawashi said don't eat, man. All right, just period. We know we the Lord's sheep. We follow the Lord. Yahawashi wheresoever he goeth. If he like, look, that pasture. Even David said about the green pasture. He lied me down in green pastures or something like that. I think that should be in 23 and 2, man. Which we know the grass to eat. All right. They have grass out here that, contrary to popular belief, it won't increase you, man. All right. It's all grass supposed to be good for the earth, but we know it's been polluted, at this point. Go ahead.
What
you got
it?
That's verse 2. You got it up.
You talking about the 23?
Come, 23 and 2.
I got it. This Psalms 23 and 2, it says, he making me to lie down in green pastures. He leaded me beside the still waters.
That's right, man. All right. Those green pastures. I say pastures. Oh, matter of fact, let me look this up. Go ahead and speak right quick, Let me look something up real quick.
Yeah,
man, my internet trash.
It's the
Go
same
ahead.
chapter that it's the same chapter that speaks about the table that's being prepared. You
That's
know, and
right.
Christians, so-called Christians, they'll read the first verse, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," and then they'll just take that to mean whatever. Just bugged out, man. When you read it, it's talking about this truth, this word nourishing us, and this word being given to us in the land of our enemies in the valley of the shadow of death. This chapter is talking of this whole Psalms 23 is talking about this truth in Babylon the Great. It's talking about us, what we're doing right now, and this mercy that the Lord has bestowed on us to receive the truth in hell, man.
That's right. Hey, it says pasture, abode of shepherd, the abode of shepherds, habitation. All right. It says a house, a pleasant place, a pasture, man. So the abode of shepherds. Who are the shepherds of the Lord, man?
Prophet.
The prophets, man.
Yeah.
It's the house. And who's cooking and eating in the house of the Lord? The prophets, the men of the Lord. And further of all, the feast that Yahawashi is cooking up is a righteous feast. And those that are unrighteous is not bitten to it. Period, man. You can't come to it. Man, my internet just bugged me out, bro. It says, be befitting to be comely to be, all right. So, yeah, brother. That pretty much was the point, man. And he let us down beside still water, all right? Nothing goes with food like water. Water is the ultimate what? Drinking. All right, that's nothing better than water. All right, we can drink a lot of things, but nothing gives us that satisfaction of water, man. All right, which the water is the what? Is also the word, man. Or the blood of Yahawashi, ultimately, man. You see? But yeah, brother, that was it. That's all I had. So probably get ready for the conference. I mean, yeah, if y'all brothers ain't have nothing. And Salaki for the internet, brothers, like, Prince of that hate, man. It's all good.
Yeah, Esau ain't shit.
But close us out, Amawad, because it's
Come,
just buzzing again, bro.
come. So Abaratazah, this lesson was edifying to the elect, those that have been bid to Yahawashi's feast. With that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah,
Yahweh,
bahasham.
bahasham,
Man, y'all get off the
bahasham.
internet.
Double honors to the apostles and elders
Yeah,
of
but
great
close us out.
military, and Shalawam to the hopeful elect. Shalawam.
Shalawam.
Y'all,